One of the most sought after jobs and hobbies tend to be some kind of storytelling. The thing is, storytelling is not easy and can oftentimes seem like such a big task that it overwhelms people and causes them to shy away from it. However, I am here today to tell you one simple thing. If you want to write a story, then write a story. Now, I know that seems simple enough, but hear me out, okay? Don't be afraid of whether or not this story is going to be good, or if it is going to be up to par. Sure, there are examples of good storytelling and bad storytelling, but the fact of the matter is that you will never be good at storytelling if you don't tell stories. So many people get bogged down with the idea of their project having to be perfect and polished. However, half of the fun is creating the project itself and learning from it. It's from telling a story. You will never get better at storytelling if you are not telling stories. Now, I want to rewind a little bit here and elaborate on what I mean by storytelling. When most people think of storytelling, the first thing that probably comes to mind is like a novel or a book even, which is absolutely true and absolutely is a form of storytelling, but it is not the only one. Now, another big one that people are more aware of are the visual arts, the most obvious being like graphic novels, animation, and films. However, there's also forms of storytelling that come along with character designs, environmental design, and auditory design. I don't know if auditory is the right word, but we're gonna go with it. The thing that these all have in common is that they all tell a story whether you realize it or not. Now, when you design a character, you are creating a story. This character looks like this. They wear a certain type of clothing and carry themselves in a certain manner. There is a story behind each and every decision, even if you do not realize it. Even if you put absolutely no thought or effort into your character design, there is a story that comes along with that. A good example of that is when you draw stick figures. Sure, they may be simple and there tends not to be much to the characters themselves, but that doesn't stop people from assigning them personalities, and it gives them so much freedom to assign a story to those stick men, whether they realize it or not. Now, the same goes for environmental art. The environments that are created within a story say a lot about the world or the characters who live in it. A good example of this that I can think of off the top of my head is the crystal gems rooms in Steven Universe, and how you can tell what the separate gems are like just based off of their rooms. A room says a lot about a person. Is this person neat, clean, and pristine, or are they messy, lazy, and rambunctious? A room can say a lot about that. The one that I think that will surprise a lot of people is the fact that the sounds in the world around you create a story. Now, this might seem like bullshit, but just think about it. Shut your eyes for a moment and truly listen. What do you hear? I hear the gentle hum of electricity that comes from my lights that I wouldn't be able to hear if I just didn't sit and listen. I hear the gentle sounds of cars passing by the road outside. I hear the wind gently tapping against the glass every so often on my window. And I hear this emptiness that I'm not entirely sure how to explain. I can hear the emptiness in the room. I can hear how the emptiness echoes off of the walls and how that sound comes back to me despite the fact that I am being silent. The world around me is not silent. Every sound that you hear is telling a story about where you live, about where you are currently. The sound tells how big the room is. The sound tells the quality of your microphone. It can tell a lot just based on a voice. Now, think about it. Every sound that is in any type of media is also telling a story. Where are you at? What does the sound around you say about the world around you? There is storytelling in audio, and that is something that I find truly interesting because I feel like it's something that's not explored as much and it's not understood as much by people. You would not believe your eyes if 10 mil. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You would not believe the amount of information you can get with just the sounds of a room. Now, in short, storytelling is anything that tells a story in any way, shape, or form, and is something that is absolutely worth getting into. Now, vibe. I'm ass at writing, and don't even know where to start. No one would want to hear my story, first of all. So what? Who cares? The point of writing is to reach an audience, sure, but another point of writing is simply to write, to create something. That is the beauty of storytelling in every form. You are creating something. You are creating something. I know the point of writing is to reach an audience and connect with them, but the way I see it is that no matter how much attention or fame you get from it, it's an experience. You get experience from creating stories, which makes you better at writing them. And you could have one person who enjoys your story, and that would be a success. And that one person could be you, and it would still be a success. You can't stay away from telling stories because you were afraid of failure. Failure makes you stronger, and you only truly fail if you give up. So write your hearts out. Create a story that makes you happy. That's all you really need. Good luck out there, and be proud of your failures. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it's been a really long time since the last video. I am so sorry. Midterms just hit, so that's doing awesome. And as usual, I am sick. How do I keep doing this? I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but I can feel it in my chest. I can feel the sickness rising. And it's great. Doing great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you all next time.